giving them the knowledge, what are the contents inside the IATA courses that we have, IATA cargo introductory courses, and they will know about it today, and in future, in the need basis, they will join us. First thing.
Fantastic.
Second, tomorrow we have DG category 5 trainings. It's an introductory training for DG, which they will be taking whole day tomorrow. There will be assessment for both the courses, and we'll be concluding the sessions. So over to you, Lokesh. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So thanks, Sharad. Good morning, everyone. So Sharad, you will have to allow me rights to share my screen. If you could give me the rights to share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Lokesh, it's visible.
Okay, let me just set it up. So good morning, everyone. Thank you, Sharad. Thank you, Sharad's team. It's indeed a pleasure for IATA training to be present here and do a presentation for the participants of the second batch of our IATA ATS in Nepal. We are very much delighted and happy and feel proud that we have our Nepal's first and only IATA ATS and ATC. So this is a great achievement. Thank you so much. So before I start and take a deep dive into IATA training and product and services and talk about our relationship, I just wanted to touch upon on IATA in a very brief. IATA is a global trade association of world's airlines. Some 290 passenger and cargo members. We represent around 82% of global air traffic. Founded in Havana, Cuba in 1945, IATA is headquartered in Montreal and executive office is in Geneva. Due to the geographical spread, our regional offices are in Madrid, Spain, Beijing, Amman, and Miami. The mission statement is to represent, lead, and serve the airline industry. Our vision is working together to shape the future growth of a safe, secure, and a sustainable air transport industry that connects and enriches our world. COVID, I won't shy away from COVID. I'm going to touch upon COVID. COVID-19 is the biggest and the longest shock our industry has ever seen. If I take a look on the previous events, I think the previous shocks cut around 5 to 20% out of RPKs. And however, we recovered in a gap of 16 to 18 months. If you see on this graph, it's 2000 SARS pandemic, 1991 global recession, 9/11, 2009 Great Recession, and the current COVID-19 pandemic. So our industry has gone through various shock, and I'm sure we will come up very strongly out of this as well. So while I was preparing for my slides, I looked at the previous few years and what's the looking forward, what's ahead of us. So on an average, every day in 2019, global airlines carried 12.4 million passengers on a daily basis, around 100,000 flights, and cargo value goods worth around $17.8 billion. The industry took a dip in 2020. However, it started showing signs of recovery starting 2021. We expect to close on an average of 6.3 million passengers, around 53,000 flights, and goods around 20 billion. Looking forward in 2022, it's 9.4, 70,000, and $21.9 billion worth of goods carried. So the silver lining is on the right side of this chart, which is our cargo business, air cargo business, and partners involved in this value chain. So that has kept the industry going rock solid, strong. However, on the passenger side, we still have some time to catch up. The reason? Economic recovery boost air cargo and also the domestic travel. If you see on this graph, I see the green ones are the cargo tonnage kilometer, the blue are the domestic revenue per kilometers, and the red one is the international. So the trend shows that the industry has been led in forefront by our cargo business, followed by the domestic recovery, and then the international markets. We have seen this trend in China, India, even to a certain degree in Nepal, United States of America. So the domestic market has been on the recovery path. And these figures which we see in terms of, if I compare this data of August 2021 with August 2019, international RPKs are still minus 69%, domestic minus 32. However, cargo tonnage per kilometer has been on the growth of plus 7%, even 7.7, almost 8%. So the month on month, the recovery, month on month, the industry has been largely driven by our cargo players. Domestic travel trends will continue to be strong. Again, the red ones on the domestic, the blue line is the international, and the green trend line is for the overall business. And the global revenue passenger kilometer will be 93%, international 44% of pre-crisis level in 2022. So there is a slow recovery, but we are there and we'll reach there very soon. Again, on the cargo side, our cargo business has been strong across the board with high demands. However, as you know from the industry, the challenges has been on the capacity and supply chain issue, which limits further gains. I look at the various regions: North Pacific, Mid East Asia, Europe, Asia, North Atlantic, Middle East, and Europe. So there has been a good storyline. However, capacity and supply chain issues needs to be addressed in the near future. Again, strong trade growth will sustain robust air cargo traffic. The reason I'm focusing on the potential of cargo, we're going to drill down on the skilling and reskilling and also the cargo accreditation programs and role of our training partners in developing the cargo fraternity to take on cargo business opportunities and be ready for the future. Air cargo demand is expected to rise 13% above 2019 level. So again, the blue line trend line is growth in cargo and the red line is growth in cross-border trade. So the cargo business would increase and has been on a decrease for past 3 years. And there is a strong demand up in the coming year. Similarly, load factors, it will improve, but again, since due to the resurgence of pandemic, the break-even level is expected to be little below and low. Passenger load factor is expected to recover by 75% in 2022. This is my favorite chart, which I generally use in all my presentations. Revenue recovery will continue next year to these almost 80% of 2019 levels. The blue portion is on the passenger revenues and the red portion has been on the cargo revenues. The trend line, what we have discussed in the previous slides, have been on the high increase. The only slight what we call is drop on the cargo side is due to the challenges in the capacity and the supply chain. However, in 2021, industry is expected to achieve around 57% of 2019 level, and in 2022 expected to almost 79% of 2019 level. If you have any questions, clarification, please stop me in between, or I would encourage you to probably give your questions to the host and they can ask me at the end of the presentation. We will keep it more open, two-way side. If you want to stop me in between, please feel free to do so. Okay, so return to the profitability. I think that's the question everyone has in their minds. And return to profitability will be delayed by another year. However, with gradual traffic recovery, 2022 year would be a year but the losses will reduce. It's on the reduction trend. I took the figures from 2005 to touch upon on the various recession which we went through, and there was a drop. Again, the industry recovered. So there has been a cyclic event of financial activity in our industry. However, 2021 was little extended. But if you see 2021, the losses have reduced. 2022 expected to reduce further. And by 2024, industry is expected to be back to pre-pandemic level. The strong vaccinations, the coverage of vaccinations, acceptance of vaccinations, social distancing protocols have been in place to really help the industry to rebound. So any questions so far? I just wanted to touch upon on the industry, on the IATA, who we are, potential of air cargo, the future for air cargo, what exactly is lies in this business, and what we need to do in terms of skilling and reskilling.
Lokesh,
so I'll just show you a brief introduction.
Questions at the last of the session.
Sure, noted. So I'll just give you a brief introduction about IATA in a small video. Let me know if you do not hear the volume.
Are you looking to grow your career in aviation? Hear how IATA training has allowed more than 1 million aviation professionals across the globe specialize and advance their air transport careers.
Safety is IATA's top priority, and through our collective efforts, we support aviation in extending the excellent safety record that all have become accustomed to when flying.
I have been exposed to dangerous goods training, but not at this level. So this has really brought a lot more knowledge and understanding to bear. And as the Director of Safety, I have a primary responsibility for training of our organization, training of the guys who handle cargo, accepted storage and so on. So it will allow me to then take it back home and inform them and educate them on what are the proper practices and procedures that need to be done because it's mandated by regulations.
I think it will opens the horizons a bit more from the flight operations side of the company. However, by doing this course, I would like to do more courses with IATA because it opens up career progression and also career paths that just doesn't reside in the flight operations. As a crew, you might go into some of the support roles and some of the back office roles that supports the actual flight operations. Yeah.
The teacher that we have is great. He's a subject matter expert, so it makes it a lot easier for us to understand. And he brings all that experience with him, so when we're doing the role play, it is really, really exceptional.
And what I like especially about the IATA training is that you have students coming from all over within aviation. Some from the authorities, some from the airline, some from the airport. So it's a good mix, and you get good discussions on relevant, up-to-date issues.
I really think that this classes was very helpful to give me confidence in my role. It was also a very good opportunity to meet people that has the same issues on a daily basis as me.
The IATA program is recognized worldwide, so I would rather do a program that is recognized worldwide than do something that might not get me ahead.
I'll encourage for those who really want to progress in their careers in the aviation industry, then IATA training is one area you have to look into.
People who want to lead their organizations, people who want to be leaders in aviation, people who want personality development, career development, require to do this course, because who better than IATA can give you a direction in aviation?
If you want to learn and learn from other people and see how people around the world do things differently, I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely would, not just aviation professionals. So I think coming from a slightly separate area of the whole ecosystem is really also very relevant. So I would recommend it to anybody.
Definitely. We had such a great time, and our facilitator was amazing. And it was like theory and play and all that mixed together.
Choose IATA Training as your trusted partner for aviation training. Experience industry-leading expertise and take action in achieving success in your aviation career.
So I took an environment of an airport and I wanted to demonstrate the areas of expertise IATA training brings through itself and through its training partners. Safety has been our #1 priority, followed by law and regulation, finance, accounting, airline business management, ground operations, cargo, security, airport planning, management and operations, travel and tourism, civil aviation authority related training, fares and ticketing, air navigation services training, dangerous goods regulation, the reason we all are here today, environment and fuel, airline operations and quality, aviation performance and management. So I took an environment of an aviation value chain and we spotted that where IATA training is present and how we operate. A quick snapshot, 40 diplomas, around 400 courses. We have a bunch of 300 strong instructors. We operate through 410 training partners in various locations, regions, countries, and Nepal. I mean, Sharad is there. And we also operate our own 20 training centers. On an average, around 100,000 professionals are trained annually, and out of 85% are through our training partners. I just wanted to take a break and tell you about what our participants says. 90% of our participants recommend our courses. Training material, our training material up to date with latest IQ standards, regulation, and industry best practices. 96% of participants says our instructors are experts in their field. And we spend some substantial amount of time in identifying and selecting our instructors. Benefits, the benefits of partnership between IATA Training and LUCM HR Solutions. I think they are the best in terms of offering the IATA training in Nepal and part of the strongest brand in aviation related industries. The college provides qualified teaching aids, instructors, suitable classroom and trainings, industry experience, and overall exam facilities. I believe Sharad would explain you in detail about the course offering on dangerous goods regulation, which is offered through our IATA ATS network. I won't spend much of time, but very quickly in terms of DGR, initial, recurrent, and other categories, plus shipping infectious substance, radioactive materials. These are the trainings offered through our partners. As Sharad mentioned about cargo introductory course, this course is mandated for IATA cargo agents in accordance with the IATA cargo agency resolutions. I just wanted to touch upon a very top line in terms of what we cover in this course and benefits of doing IATA cargo introductory course. Upon completing this course, guides client on the IATA rules, regulations, procedures of air freight shipments, arrange air cargo shipments in accordance with our IATA rules and procedures, apply, publish sales charges for air cargo shipments, complete airway bills accurately, prepare shipments ready for carriage. I won't spend much of time because our partner Sharad would do. However, the strong benefits, operations, it create an ease of doing business in operations at cargo agencies, airlines, freight forwarders, air cargo acceptance for basic rating principles, air cargo way bill completion, industry terminology, abbreviations, which is very important, and touch on IATA geography, TAT, and other cargo manuals. I just wanted to put in last 3 years, around 8,400 participants from 104 countries have taken this course with IATA. So I will let Sharad to continue what I have shown, but this is one of the mandated course for IATA cargo agents in accordance to our cargo agency resolutions. I do understand the participants are from our freight forwarders opportunities, so I just wanted to touch upon on the freight powers are the integral part of a sector that successfully transport goods worth around $5.3 trillion every year, and we are working for greater efficiency for all our partners in this crucial business. We do have a cargo agency program, which is highly advantageous for both airlines and agents. A very top line, it allows freight forwarders to gain recognition in industry. both from their financial and professional expertise, and while they're building relationship between the member airlines and assigned sales agencies. The cargo agency helps to standardize member airlines' working relationship with the appointed sales agent. It includes cargo accreditation and CAS. However, CAS is still not introduced in Nepal, but cargo agency accreditation is. Other advantages, able to use IATA Cargo Accredited Agency logo, which considerably boosts prestige and credibility. And we do present it with an IATA numeric code, which allows company to be instantly identified by international air cargo industry. So I just wanted to quickly touch upon the benefits and the importance of our freight forwarders. There's a Cargo Agents Handbook Resolution 801. Should you want to become an IATA authorized sales agent, the clause 1.13 minimum staff requirements have two important criteria, which is having 2 persons having IATA introductory diploma and completed dangerous goods regulations training. I will just show a small video about the benefit, and especially for our participants today, it's an important video I just wanted to share with you.
The regulations governing the safe transport of dangerous goods by air are complex, detailed, and change frequently. At the heart of the industry, IATA offers a unique and reputable portfolio of dangerous goods training to ensure you are well prepared to address these challenges. Our DG courses and diplomas will help you stay up to date with the latest industry regulations and procedures and ensure that your dangerous goods shipments comply with industry standards. Our courses focus on best practices and change management to help you adapt to the increasingly complex air cargo environment. Recognized by the world's airlines for almost 60 years, the Dangerous Good Regulations is the most complete, up-to-date, and user-friendly reference in the industry. Subsection 1.5 of the DGR stipulates the minimum training requirements for everyone connected with the shipment of dangerous goods by air. Whether you are an instructor, a manager, an auditor, or an inspector, a cabin crew or in-flight crew member, a member of the cargo acceptance crew, or you work on the ramp or in the warehouse, IATA has specific DGR training tailored to your responsibilities. IATA also provides training customized to the needs of specific categories of air cargo business. Whether you are a shipper, packer, freight forwarder, airline operator, ground handler, or security screener, IATA has all the training you need to ensure you are compliant with the DG regulations applicable to your business. Remember, every air cargo business must ensure everyone involved in the transport of dangerous goods receives appropriate training. IATA also offers detailed training on commodities that pose particular risks for air cargo businesses, such as lithium batteries and infectious substances. Be it by job type, business type, or commodity type, IATA training has you covered. IATA also offers 2 high-level DG diplomas, one for operations managers and one for instructors or quality specialists. These diplomas deliver a thorough understanding of the intricacies of DG regulations. Become the champion of DG compliance standards in your organization or provide your students with a memorable DG training experience. IATA Training is the industry's most comprehensive training provider, supplying top-quality instruction and education to aviation and travel professionals worldwide. Train the way you want to, anywhere, anytime. With our in-company training, you can maximize your budget by bringing IATA instructors to your workplace. Study at your own pace with one of our flexible and affordable distance learning courses. Study at one of our many IATA training centers or partner locations around the globe. Our ATS network includes more than 180 dangerous goods training schools and businesses. ATSs are authorized to deliver DGR training using material and instructors approved by IATA while complying with local regulations. DGR training from IATA is the best way to ensure your entire staff has a thorough understanding of DG regulations. Safety is IATA's top priority. Still have questions? Visit us at iata.org/training-DGR. Plan ahead.
So with this, I will wrap up my presentation. Again, I'll take this opportunity and thank Sharad for giving us opportunity and do a brief presentation and talk about IATA training and about industry. Now I'll open the floor for discussions, feedback, questions, and I'll stop sharing my slide. Thank you.
Thank you, Lokesh, for your wonderful presentation. Any questions?